Hello students, welcome back to our SST classroom. Now students, in the last video we started a chapter, right? That is lesson number 16, our history. Okay, so students, in that we have discussed ancient period, Indus Valley civilization and Aryans. Okay, students, today we are going to discuss about Mahajanapadas, Alexander the Great, Chandragupta Maurya, Ashoka the Great, the golden age of the Guptas. Okay, so let's start the first concept, that is Mahajanapadas. Students, what is Mahajanapadas? You know, you have any idea? Let's learn about the Mahajanapadas. Students, by the end of the later Vedic age, small kingdom or Janapadas had developed. Okay, from the 16th century BCE, rulers of these Janapadas extended their territories by conquering neighboring areas. Okay, these Janapadas, they extended their territories by conquering neighboring areas. So, the larger kingdom were known as Mahajanapadas. Okay, so students, Maha means great. So, great kingdoms were known as Mahajanapadas. Larger kingdom were known as Mahajanapadas. Okay, students, a number of kingdom and republic emerged across Indo-Gangetic plains and southern India. You can see here in the map, students, it emerged across Indo-Gangetic plain and southern India. Students, during this period, Mahajanapadas means great kingdom existed in North India. Okay, students, the Mahajanapadas were the set of 16 kingdoms that existed in ancient India. Okay, students, it all began when the tribes, Janas of the late Vedic period decided to form their own territorial communities, which eventually gave rise to new and permanent areas of settlement called states or Janapadas. Okay, students, these Janapadas, they extended their territories by conquering neighboring areas and form a larger kingdom. And these larger kingdom are known as Mahajanapadas. Okay, so students, there are 16 Mahajanapadas existed in North India. They were Anga, Magadha, Vajji, Mala, Kashi, Kosala, Vatsa, Chedi, Kuru, Panchala, Shurasana, Matsya, Avanti, Asmaka, Gandhara and Kamboja. Okay, students, they had been at one point of time or other conquered by the rulers of Magadha, one of the most powerful kingdom of North India, which was at the center of Gangetic plain. Okay, students, I hope you have understood about Mahajanapadas. Now, we will start with the next concept, that is Alexander the Great. Students, in the 4th century BCE, the Greek and the Iranian fought for supremacy over the world. Okay, the Greek and Iranian fought for the supremacy over the world. Students, under the leadership of Alexander of Macedonia, the Greek finally destroyed the Iranian Empire. Okay, he conquered the Kabul Valley and the hilly areas of northwest frontier and reached Ohin near Attock in 326 BCE. There Alexander defeated King Porus of Punjab, but was impressed with his bravery. Okay, he defeated to King Porus, but he was very impressed with his bravery. Okay, students, Alexander had to go back as his soldiers were very tired of fighting. So students, he died on his way home at Babylon in 323 BCE. Okay, students, he was only 33 years old when he died. Okay, hope students you have understood about the Alexander the Great, to whom he has defeated. He has defeated to the King Porus of Punjab. Okay, I hope you have understood about the Alexander the Great. Now we'll start Chandragupta Maurya. Students, Chandragupta Maurya became the ruler of Magadha. Okay, he founded a new Mauryan empire with the help of his advisor Kautilya. Okay, with the help of his advisor, he founded the new empire. Okay, students, India gained political unity for the first time under his rule, under the Chandragupta rule. Okay, so this is a short story about Chandragupta Maurya. Students, in the 6th standard you will learn detail about the Chandragupta Maurya. Okay, now we start the Ashoka the Great. Students, Chandragupta's grandson Ashoka became the emperor and extended the boundary of his empire. Students, he fought the war of Kalinga. Okay, students, he accepted Buddhism and spread in Asian countries. Okay, he accepted Buddhism and helped spreading it in India and other Asian countries. Students, Ashoka got inscription made on rock and pillar so that his message could reach the people. Right, you can see here in the image, students, inscription means something is written on the rock. Okay, so students, Ashoka got inscription made on rock and pillar so that his message could reach the people. He created new post called Mahamatra, Ministry of Morality, in his kingdom during his reign. Students, you can see here in the picture Ashoka 4 lion motif found on the top of one of his pillar. And now this is the national emblem of India. Right? You can see this national emblem of India. This is a national symbol. You can say it's taken from this Ashoka, taken from this period. Okay. Understood, students? Hope you all have understood about the Ashoka the Great. So who is Ashoka? He is the grandson of Chandragupta Maurya. He is a grandson of Chandragupta Maurya. Students, he extended the boundary of his empire. Students, he fought the war of Kalinga, okay, but became so upset by bloodshed and the loss of life. So he decided not to fight any war after that. Okay, and he accepted the Buddhism and helped spreading it in India and other Asian country. Okay, Ashoka got inscription made on rock and pillars so that his message could reach the people. Okay, so this all about the Ashoka. Now students, we are going to discuss the next concept, that is the golden age of Guptas. Students, after Mauryas, Guptas ruled India. Okay, after Mauryan Empire, Gupta ruled India. Students, during this Gupta period, India became a rich country under their rule. Okay, this period is called the classical age or the golden age. Okay student, this period is called classical age or golden age of ancient India. Students, it was most prosperous age in Indian history. So during this period, art, culture, science, mathematics, astronomy and grammar developed by leaps and bounds during this period. Okay, understood about the Gupta? Understood about the golden age of the Guptas? After Mauryas, the Gupta ruled over India in 4th and 5th century. Okay students, they were very popular rulers and become a rich country under their rule. Okay, India become a rich country under their rule. So this period is called classical age or golden age of ancient India. Okay students, it was most prosperous age in Indian history. During this period, art, culture, science, mathematics, astronomy and grammar developed by leaps and bounds during this period. Okay, hope students you have understood the golden age of Guptas. Thank you. Have a nice day.